Yep, I also agree with that, Billy. I wish it wasn't. It's not quite an 8-hour game anymore. It's a quicker game at the moment than it has been in a long time. All this shit sucks. Come on, high level. Well, that's tempting, but I want a high level, what's it called? Wow, slugger. Yes. I want a high level abomination.
Diversity and existence are one and the same.
Alright, what do we have? Thought we had cleared all the bosses, but apparently not. Ooh, did I just see what I thought I saw? No, I imagined it. It's too bad. Okay. Someone goes this. I can't remember the last time someone's gone to Space Billy in a game I played. It's like impossible right now to do that. Alright, let's see who needs stress treating. I guess I should look at the mission I'm doing first before we look at stress treating. So, are we just leveling? Oranges are level 3s. Instead of 100% of room battles, long mission. I kind of want to run the comp we've been running. I want to run that same comp we were just looking at. I want to play it again and again and again until I get it fucking down. Alright, here, there. I need to level these level 1s. I just don't want to do it right now. Are there any level 1 missions I want to go on? No. Let's go on the long level 3. And the runes, it's fine. Okay. No, not you. No. You should treat that shit. Go there. Sui. Go there. Position 2. Festal. Could bring another level 2. That was fine, honestly. I only have level 1s. Don't really want to bring level 1s. And I want to try that dodge comp too. Don't really want to do a super long one. Gather, activates. So we did a level. That's a level 3 again, though. It's difference to level 1 versus level 3. We could go in here and do level 1s. Get Genosis up a little bit level. He promised me donations for every level. I haven't seen him in channel since, but that's okay. I want my. So what is this worth? This is worth 3 experience, right? It's 3 levels. How about this guy is 3 levels? How about this guy is 3 level? No. Four, 3 levels here. I don't know why I've been holding this guy at level 1. Let's bring him in. Okay. Yeah, the leper is very one-dimensional. Maybe. We're trying to make him less one-dimensional. We're kind of failing at it, but our dream is that he will be less one-dimensional one day. Alright, damage. Stun. Where are we going? Forgotten. The wield. Alright. Scout. I Can't bring scout and healing item there, I guess. Yeah, bring a scouting item, the gesture, then healing item, and a. Don't want to do debuffs. I just want to heal. Could you bring a bleed resist maybe? Speed. Stress. Stunning. We decided to go stun there, huh? I don't know. So eldritch damage, human damage, damage. We do have a jester, so we run damage. Alright. This is a level 1 mission, we ought to be able to crush it. So let's go make sure everyone's leveled. What am I gonna do movement wise? Solo finale again? Well, I can't stand the fucking bleeds, so I guess I'm gonna level solo and finale. Because I literally look at those bleeds and I'm just like, I cannot stand this character if I use those bleeds. They make me so angry because they're so bad. They do so little. Like, why would I ever bring this class willingly if this is how they work? All right, let's do some treatments. Syphilis seems like a good one to get rid of, Shuttle. Demonia. All right. All right. Add the map. Dude, where is it? Over here? That's fine. Okay, it's a medium. We should be able to knock this out pretty quickly. Gear done. Okay. I like Shadow Fade. I think it's a good complement to the Grave Robber. You don't use it very often, but it's better than the alternatives in general. Alright. What did I want to change around? Here. 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 I think I'm done with Dirk Stab. We're gonna try solo. I'm gonna try solo, this, that. Okay. 90% of rooms. Ugh. Okay.
Wealth beyond measure, awarded to the brave and the foolhardy alike. Begone, fiend.
No, get nibbled.
Another one falls. Seize this momentum.
I don't know. Maybe you just start with finales right here. Yeah, Leopard does not great things for you.
Press this advantage. Give them no stretches as the enemy crumbles.
Well, the thing is, rank 1 and 2 are the least valuable ranks to attack in the entire game. Almost everything in rank 1 and 2 either has high protection or limited damage, and is based around screwing you from ranks 3 and 4, right? So it kind of becomes a little bit absurd to be like prioritizing a class that does damage to ranks 1 and 2. The only reason why I'm using lepers right now is I want to play with their debuffs.
Unbalanced.
There's only a couple bosses where you want to do damage to rank 1. That's there are a few though, I mean just not a lot. He's speed buffed already, we are.
As the fiend falls, a faint hope blossoms. If only treasure could staunch the flow of otherworldly corruption.
Okay. No, he's not even very decent. Well, I guess... No, that's true. He could be decent versus the crew, because the crew is a 1-2 damage dealing. That's a good point. I hadn't even thought about the crew as being a decent one. I was thinking the Beast Swine Prince, right? Because that's all damage to the front rank. But even then, like, Swine Prince really, like... Swine Prince only has one action, right? So a Mark group is actually halfway decent versus him. We haven't used the Mark group at all of this playthrough because we've played a lot with him extensively before. But I could bring some into it again. Again, the whole point of this is to run level 5s. I don't know about indefinitely, but for a while with some fun comps. So.
Packs laden with loot are often low on supplies.
Anytime the leper heals, though, he's totally useless. You bring a healer to groups already. You can't not bring a healer because you have a leper. Telling me the leper's using self-healing instead, that means he's not doing damage. His whole thing is he's a damage dealer. He doesn't stun. He doesn't heal other people for stress. He doesn't heal other people for damage.
Glittering gold, trinkets and baubles.
So we better have a really good fucking reason why I'm letting the leper be on my group if he's just standing there self-healing from time to time. Oh, I did not mean to do that. It's fucked up my finale position. Damn it.
Their formation is broken. Maintain the offensive.
Should be using these dog traits. They're just gonna get thrown out otherwise.
Singular strike.
Highwayman's quite decent right now. When you do that for sure.
Annihilated. Remind yourself that overconfidence is a slow and insidious killer.
Would I make the leper more? I don't know. I mean, he's got to be able to do something. He can't stun. He can't hit the later ranks. He doesn't protect anyone. Like, compare him to the Man-at-Arms. Like, compare the leper to the Man-at-Arms. They're somewhat similar, except the Man-at-Arms is everything better. I don't know, man. I don't know.
Decimated.
But pure damage in the front line is almost always a waste of your time, because it's so rare that you want to do pure damage to the front line. Like, what does that give you? It gives you like nothing. It's almost like no fight where you're just like, man, I gotta get that first guy in position 1 down. It's always position 2, 3, or 4 you need to kill.
Executed with impunity.
I did not tell him to stun, I told him to kill. Okay.
Another abomination cleansed from our lands.
Alright, if these 2 items we need to get rid of, and we should camp at some point. Actually, we're kind of low on food for camping. Man-at-Arms can hit rank 3, Man-at-Arms can stun, Man-at-Arms has a movement modifier, so if he gets pushed back, he can move forward. Man-at-Arms has a guard. If you want to run Man-at-Arms as a buffer, which I really don't like, but I may try. I'm going to try the dodge debuffing. Dodge debuffing does nothing in no light runs. It's absolutely pointless because they have plus 30 accuracy. But it actually feels like it might be useful in highlight runs because I can actually see them missing. Now, I think it all fails again once you go to the Darkest Dungeon because I'm pretty sure they have increased plus accuracy there. But, yeah.
Finding the stuff is only the first test. Now it must be carried home. A fortune, waiting to be spent.
Yeah, Man-at-Arms has tons of utility. Doesn't have quite as good as DPS as a Jester, a Leper, or I think he's similar in hit points though. Don't have Holy Water. Too bad. It's not a bad Holy Water item. Ugh. Fail. Well, you can make the Leper better by just nerfing every other class.
Precision and
That's one way you could do it. Yep, Highwayman was definitely one of the worst classes before this buff. Riposte has made him quite a bit better. His range skills are still totally useless, but with the exception maybe of point blank now. Should have done damage to the other one, but okay. Guess that works. We could have killed this one though and left that one in the 3rd rank so he wouldn't get a full random marked. No, it really doesn't come down to everyone has their own unique gameplay. It literally comes down to some things are better than others. Not all things are created equal in the game. And saying something like everyone is just like, no one wants to like respect other people's gameplay is a load of shit. Show me a position in which the Leper does well. Show me a comp in which the Leper does better than a comparable other comp and I'll tell you that, okay, I'm wrong. But it's just not the case. Like I try to like the classes. I try to play the weaker classes and enjoy them. But the problem is they don't perform. They perform less well than the better classes. And that's the problem with them. That definitionally is an underpowered class. A class that, you know, when you pull them out to bring them, they're just worse. Not different, worse. And I really don't like that. I mean, like, saying something like they're just different and, like, you know, like, show me how they're so good different. And if you can show me positions where they're equally balanced, that's one thing. But they're not. Like, I've played a shit ton of this game now, and I can tell you straight up the leper is just bad. We're trying very hard to find some specific circumstance in which he can do well. We're designing groups specifically around him, and he's still not doing that great. That's opinion. Okay. Then what you're saying is fucking opinion. So I can go through and say that in my experience, my extensive experience with this game, on beating this game on every difficulty you can beat it on, including the absolute hardest difficulty of no light plus no plus NG, right? Literally the hardest element of this game. Playing through that successfully multiple times, I can tell you the leper's fucking useless. You can come back and say, well, I really like him, and that's your opinion. But at some level I go, well, what is your opinion worth? Tell me comps that he's good at. Tell me positions in which he's good at. Tell me what he does that other classes don't. Dispute the fact that right now, the way this game works, the positions 3 and 4 are almost always a higher priority targets than positions 1 and 2. And he can't do damage to 1 and 2. So what does he do? While the high priority targets in position 3 and 4 fuck your day up, what does the leper do? Because I'm really curious. Like, what is he supposed to do? He doesn't do anything. I mean, this is part of the balancing cycle, right? Is identifying weak classes or classes that need a buff and fixing them. That's how balancing works, right? No one is expecting them to get everything right on the first part. If you sit there and go, this shitty class is super fine, and then they just leave it at that, it's going to remain a shitty class forever. We don't want that.
So clearly in view. Or is it merely a trick of the light?
We would like to actually see some balance out of this. What do we have?
As the light gains purchase, spirits are lifted.
Should have thrown out the
Purpose is
key.
made clear.
And like you see it, like you see again, like NG plus like no light stuff was very telling to me, right? It's where you have the most painful element of the mechanics, right? You see what happens when you know, when the enemies do a shit ton more damage and are a shit ton more accurate. And what it boils down to is some classes just don't cut it there. Some classes are just really bad there.
A decisive pummeling.
But I mean, that's part of the point of this playthrough. We're going to play around with some obscure comps and see if we can figure out some way to make the weaker classes better. Some comp in which they really excel. And shit, maybe we're wrong. It's possible we're wrong. It's just the experience I've had thus far seems to very much argue the opposite.
A trifling victory, but a victory nonetheless. Every cleared path and charted route reduces the isolation of our troubled estate.
Okay.
I can still see their angry faces as they stormed the manor.
All right.
But I was
Give me a
dead
second,
before
guys.
they
We're
found
right
me.
back. I'm gonna refresh this drink,
And the letter
which is
was
now
on its
empty,
way.
and no one likes an empty drink. Least of all me. I kind of want one of these. I want to do a party where one of these is useful one day. I've never found this item useful, and I want to try. Because again, this is the entire point of this playthrough. I do need to figure out how to mod the number of weeks NG Plus allows me to play in for this, because I just want to spend a longer time on figuring this out. Anyways, guys, AFK 2 minutes, right back.